Hey guys, Fit Mechanic here. Like and subscribe here. Today we're going to go ahead and change the thermostat and water gasket housing on this 2008 Chrysler Sebring 2.4. These are quite known to leak and create puddles. So we're going to change it out. I found that the plastic warps where it seats against the engine. So let's get started. We've got a bit to take out to get to it and give us some room, but it's right there. I'm going to be going ahead and taking out the air box to give myself some room here. I already untightened that. Give this a little tug. Now, if you are going to remove the PCM, make sure that you pull your battery cables so you don't end up frying the PCM and making it to where your car won't start after this. Next, I'm going to be going after these two clamps, and then we've got I'm using bolts, about 3 to 4 bolts holding this on. Let's get going. Make sure before you pull any of the hoses that you have at least some sort of drain pan or a place that you don't mind it dripping on. Taking a gander at the new one, you've got 3 bolts. It's going to give you a general idea of where those bolts are. So I believe those are 10 or 12s, but I will update you as we go. You're going to want to reuse that thermostat and beware that this thing wants to drain every ounce of coolant possible. So those are going to be 10s. For that, you'll reuse the thermostat and the thermostat housing. It is enjoying to drain out, so be prepared for that because it will puddle up on that transmission and drain from there as it drains and you're pulling it apart. I've pulled all 3 bolts and I'm going to expect a water show. I've got the last hose, so I'm probably expecting a water show for a minute here as it drains and drains and drains. Hold them both out. There you go. So we're going to reuse the parts you don't see, as in that sensor, it'll come out, and the thermostat housing are going to be reused. But other than that, we're going to replace the unit. So you're going to pull that thermostat out with 2 10mm screws, and you're going to reinstall it into the new one or use a new one if you have that. Make sure that gasket lines up perfectly for a tight seal. So I've put a bag in there, but that's all the engine coolant. So it's going to be a waterworks for a second until you can actually get that installed in there. I'm probably going to go ahead and clean off the block just to ensure any leaks don't happen. So I'll do that, and then I've got the hoses there, and yeah, we should be set to reinstall. Now you can definitely see those 3 bolts. So the customer didn't want new thermostat. this uses 2 of them. And so because this is a crushed gasket, I used a little bit of water pump sealant to help if that starts. This one came with a new gasket for there, and that is going to be probably where you're going to have your waterworks there when you're putting this in. So we're going to go ahead and reinstall all the hoses and the sensor there, and we will probably go get this washed off at some point. I put a little bit more grease around that fitting. Probably can't see it very well. RTV. Put a little bit more around it just to help it in case it does want to leak. So here we go, reinstalling everything. So you have a temperature sensor, and that is held in with that little lock right here. That you can see on the side. You lift it up and then you twist it out, and then you pull up. So the way that's going in is we are going to see if we can get a better light. So I'm going to line up these pegs with it and drop it in. So we're gonna have that in the front. So drop it in, lock, and it twists in. Well, I would lightly use some pliers. I'm going to do it myself, and that will clip in with this ending up right there.